position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Auburn Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle it?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they have now moving forward. Can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And how nice is it, David, on 3rd down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice 3rd down conversion.
And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, and he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quarterback making checks. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
On the move. And he'll finish the line out of the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And that's why this offense offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly, and you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's York. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down number 31. The Gamecocks will hustle through the line. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's open on the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He'll do it himself. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to run it in. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Well, after getting stuffed on that run, you now have got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board here.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
They'll move the wide receiver. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Under fire. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecock.
I mean, 4th and goal, and what does he do? He makes plays. This is why quarterbacks with this kind of athletic ability are so hard to stop. Big-time money down on 4th down, and the quarterback makes the play for him.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to the Red Hawks of Miami. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here's the pressure. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. It's nice to get a quarterback an easy completion like that, but it's nicer if they can go forward. And they did not that time, Jesse.
They did not. No, the defense was just better at the point of attack. Look at all these defenders shedding blocks and then getting hats to the football. That's impressive.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
It's as if you're in GOAT in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Got him in the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Inside the 35. He's loose down the left side. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice group.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
First and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Lining up to convert third down. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's York. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Rolling right and going deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. First play of this drive comes from the 27. his feet. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. The offense changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Rushes on him. It's complete to the right. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. On the run, still looking. He's going to fire to the left. Makes a grab on the shot. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Slips away. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Might be changing the route. Motion from the back. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Right on target this time. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that...
Oh, he's got some space.
Well, how about that play? Curl route, and the receiver, as soon as he turned around against zone coverage, the ball was right on him, so he's able to catch it and go get the first.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Nice move there. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Lost to fire on second down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 32.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback up on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the ground game. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Handoff to the lone back. Turning it on. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He's got it. 1st down and more. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a 3-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise, and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
Bringing the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Looking to the big tight end. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Punts it out of the air. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40, the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. They want to throw it. Working that left side now. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Still looking on the move. Trying to escape and get it himself. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Going for it all. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on games.
We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So here comes the Auburn offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that...
Hits the afterburners. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. And guys, the defense wants to get in the quarterback's face, but you can't get a roughing call that gives the offense a first and goal. They'll leave it with him. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. A very productive play on first down has now set us up for this second and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The give to the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the run.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He's got the tight end. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Making side adjustments here. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. Those last 2 runs have been disastrous. Would they dare go to a draw on 3rd and 16? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the wideout. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. We are getting deep in the game, and this is for the lead. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And here in the 4th quarter, still all tied up, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's York. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the ground with the back. Runs from the tackle. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Well, guys, let's
just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again, and again, and again. Just wears you out.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just a couple they need to pick up here on 3rd and short in overtime. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
And when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical 3rd down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
No, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Tight end finds a soft spot. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime. This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Keeps looking downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. They strike first here in overtime.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets it to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass. Makes the grab. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
He's got it on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Into the end zone. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.